Hi there, and welcome to another edition of the LLM Diaries. Yes, you're back here with me. These are the adventures of Gloucester City, and we're doing okay at the moment. Not too bad. We've managed to get Mr. Joe Hanks back into the team. He's agreed to join us. He was nobody wanted him, so he had no choice but to come back to us, and we've got him back. He's not bad a midfielder. We also have to think about how we're gonna reduce maybe 4 to 500 from our wage budget. It's not gonna be easy because I need most of these players, so we'll have to do something about that slowly. Once again, LLM football is pretty straightforward. If you think about it, when you can actually play with a small squad in top leagues, right? Serie A, English Premier League. You can have like 18 to 19 players, and they're good enough for you to swap systems as well. So you can actually change from, let's say, a 4-4-1-1 to a 4-3-1-2, 4-2-3-1 to a 4-4-2. Not that hard. You have the quality in your side to do that. But when you play LLM football, you're actually going for a deeper squad. You're going for more numbers. You're going for options like maybe you want to play with a three-man back line, or you want to play with a 4-4-1-1 or a 4-1-2-3, whatever numbers that come into your head. The thing is, with the LLM, you don't have players who are that versatile, so you end up having to actually expand a group. So this is what I've done with Gloucester City in my second season. So we're top of the table in the National League, not doing that badly. We've only drawn once so far this season against Chester. Our last match was an impressive win over Mansfield. Mansfield, well, they are recently relegated to the National League, and the pundits were actually preparing a coffin for Gloucester City. Gloucester City, on the other hand, decided to deny everybody their expectations. We managed to dominate possession for much of the game. It was a tough match. We ended up defending for large periods of the match, but we have also managed to hold on to that one goal win, and that was courtesy of a penalty. So we now have a big match against Dag and Red coming in. Now, Dag and Red are bottom of the table or close to it because they are not doing so well. If you can look at their results for the last couple of weeks, they have been struggling since the season started. They've only had one win over Boreham Wood, and they've had problems scoring goals. Macclesfield Town, they lost 3-1. So they have their home form isn't good. They've only had one win. Their away form also only one win. They managed to they make it pretty tough on away legs. So this is going to be a very interesting match for us. Well, tactically, for this match, I don't really like the system, this 3-5-2 that I have. The problem is this big gap that we have here. So I'm going to change this mid-season as usual, like what I always do. And I'm going to go to systems that I like a bit more. So if I were to use a tree, I'll probably use, oh God, what have I done? Okay, so here I am. This is my tree. Oh, I actually have one for LLM, a 3-4-3. Okay, so this looks all right. Two defensive wingers, two hardworking fellas here, one playmaker here, two playmakers actually, and one advanced forward. Interesting. Okay, I want to try changing this guy. Okay, we'll have to have a point person. Okay, so all right, let's try this out. Was in there somewhere in one of my tactics. So we got Okito, Isaacs, Hanks, Thomas. Hanks was this the captain. We have to have a player here who can tackle as well. Okito will play as a defensive winger. Diagna, Damon, and Preston is the other defender. In the center of the park, Isaacs as a defensive midfielder is a bit of a question mark for me because according to my ass man, he wants to put him there. So we are going to go to my midfielders, and I'm going to look for a midfielder that can play in that position. So the first thing I'm looking for is tackling. So we got Perry Rice, Darren Mullins. Okay, I'll pick Darren Mullins up instead. So Darren Mullins, Hanks, Thomas, Berkeley, Williams doesn't sound familiar. So I'll have to put Hilliard in instead of Williams. So Hilliard will play there, Berkeley, Alassani. So these are the players for the 3-4-3, that system that I have. In terms of the shouts, we are going to use the offside trap, normal pass into space, no roll from positions. Okay, there we go. And the tactics already been set up. Let's see how that tactic is. That is one of my safe tactics. probably I'm still testing it and I don't even know whether it's any good. Chances are we'll get our asses whipped. And if we do get our asses whipped, then that's a good lesson for me. I don't even know whether the set piece routines have been set up. So corners, yes, they have. Defend, attack, they have. That's okay. Free kicks, attack. Well, attack hasn't been set up. So load free kick routine. And we'll load the other free kick routine. That's all been set up. That's it. Okay, that's it. We're all set. Start match, skip. No commentary, no nothing. Let's go to extended and go to 2D classic. Raymond, Mullings read that. Well, Joe Hanks back to Mullings. Mullings into space for somebody to chase, but there wasn't much happening there. Hilliard lost out. Oh, Ken. Okay, Ken with the ball to Lumika. Lumika plays it Assam Balonga. Sambalonga's shot well wide. Okay, we have a throw. Berkeley to take that throw to Karen Thomas. Berkeley back with the ball. Plays it back inside to Mullings. Finds Hilliard. Hilliard has to play it back because there's no options to pass the ball to. Back to Mullings. They're building the play up. You can see that the defensive wingers aren't taking part in the attack transitions just yet because they're staying pretty much rooted to the flanks, which is something I don't mind. This is a defensive system anyway. Alassani hangs, that ball gets headed away. That's going to be another corner. Joe Hanks with the corner. Staunton picks that up, clears it only as far as Ken. Ken with the ball now. Ken's off. Ken's running. Ken's stopped. Ken's looking for Donnellan. Donnellan has got a shot on, but just Singh does well. Gloucester City have to defend this. They absolutely need to defend this. And they've done it, Thomas, but he can't get the ball to Mullings. Anderson back to Lumeka. Oh, they've done brilliantly. Anderson, Mullings, Staunton back to Bukart. Okay, done well. Alassani has got the ball he's looking for. He has support. If he chooses to use it, he does use it. Berkeley out on the flanks, plays it back to Joe Hanks. Berkeley again. Back to Thomas. Thomas to Berkeley. Berkeley to Hanks. Hanks back to Mullins. Mullins to Hilliard. Hilliard plays it to Alassani. Alassani plays it to Hanks. Hanks shoots. Cousins. Raymond with the throw to Donnellan. Damon reads that, but Alassani can't get to it. Bukard with the ball. Out wide to Anderson. The wingers gotten into space, and yes, Ken has scored. Okena Behiri has given Dag and Red the lead. We are sorely in trouble. Okay, we're gonna go up standard now and play flexible. Staunton to Bukard, Diagna, Anderson again. Assam Balonga has the ball, has to check back, finds Donnellan. Donnellan to Assam Balonga into space for Lumeka, the other winger, shots blocked. Joe Hanks picks that up, tries to release Hilliard, but Staunton is there. Bukard out to Anderson. Jasbir Singh with the ball. All right, Raymond with the ball, gets it to Bukard. Block, Diagna. Aimless boot to Hawkins. Damon now. Tries it to release Alassani. Again, Donnellan. Donnellan. Well, changing, hopefully, hoping that we get a few more options right now by releasing one more midfielder. Joe Hanks with the free kick. And we've gotten the equalizer. Dag and Red have put one back from a set piece. Not because we made a change, but because we got a goal from a set piece. That's not too bad. Joe Hanks, Damon rising up. Oh, he did really well. Okay. Asambalonga to Donnellan, Donnellan back to Raymond, Raymond now to Hawkins. We are playing on attacking flexible at the moment. Damon. Okay, we have a slight problem, Houston. Okay, we're gonna make another change to the tactic on the fly. You are coming in, and you are coming in, and we're gonna start playing things slightly differently. Defensive wing on support. You're gonna be a white midfield on support because I've got him on support. So let's hope this works. Might be a risk. This is actually a very risky move by me. Anderson out wide. Staunton, Damon, Bukad to Staunton. Diagno does so well. Just missing clears the ball, but it's only as far as Bukad. This ball needs to go out to touch so our changes can take effect. Bukad to Anderson. Assam Bolonga finds Ken shoots, Ken scores. 2-1 now. Gloucester. Goal down again. That wasn't good enough. So we're gonna have to play with a slight change to my attack. So we're gonna have Berkeley on support. Alassani Hilliard will be on attack duty. And this is gonna be a slight change. It's a 3-4-1-2 now. Alright, so start the second half. Let's go, boys. Damon to Diagna. Diagna with the ball to Okito to Hilliard. Hilliard to Raymond. Oh, Alassani was almost through. All right, we're actually changed that because I'm not winning any balls here. All right, so I'm taking a risk, but we got three men in defense, so hopefully we can control that space a bit more effectively now. Okito back to Berkeley. Berkeley to Joe Hanks. Joe Hanks to Hilliard. Hilliard shoots from range. Cousins. That was easy enough for Cousins to handle. Mullings now steps up. Berkeley looks around, finds Hilliard. Hilliard will find Kieran Thomas. Kieran Thomas does well enough. Hangs into space for Alassani. Alassani, can he cross it for Berkeley? Berkeley gets the equalizer. Gloucester have fought back. It's 2-2. Yes, thank you very much. We had a problem in the final third because in the final third we just didn't have enough. We were not winning the second ball, so I had to make one change so that we could win the second ball. Berkeley has done well enough. Okay, so Gloucester City have leveled the match. It's 2-2. Thomas with the throw to Hilliard. Hilliard now to Berkeley. Berkeley to Alassani. Alassani wins, goes one way, shoots. Cousins has saved. A few more good attempts from us. Gloucester City have. It's more or less okay. I'm not gonna knock it at the moment, but we certainly have taken some control of this game. Oh no, Lumaker shoots his block. I just also realized Odero is not playing. Donnellan with the goal corner. Thomas clears it. Anderson will chase this and give it back to Thomas, I think. Doe. Dear Lumaker. Someone other keeps the ball in play. Raymond. Anderson shoots his well wide. Okay. All right. Not bad, Gloucester City. We're going to take Dan Preston off. He's not having a good game. 6.5 from Dan Preston. We'll take him off and bring on Odero. All right. Gideon Oketo is playing as a defensive winger. So if I'm going to take him off, I have to get somebody else who can actually play like a defender there. Got Josh K, but he's not that good. Luke Williams. His tackling is 7. He's actually a midfielder on the left. We'll take Luke Williams on and tell him to take the place of Gideon Oketo. It's the first time I'm actually subbing Gideon Oketo off. Damon Williams. Oh, he does well. Berkeley to Hilliard. Hilliard back to Berkeley, Berkeley to Hanks, Hanks out to Luke Williams, who's just come on, back to Berkeley to Hanks, Berkeley to Hilliard, Hilliard looks for Hanks, Hanks finds Alasani, Alasani beats the players, goes for a shot, but it's never gonna be a goal. Raymond with the throw, I hate it when the AI gets a throw there, Guthridge, Raymond, oh good, Joe Hanks wins the ball back, Hilliard, he tried to release Alasani. Damon read that so well. Berkeley chases that. Gets the ball back to Alasani. Alasani plays it back to Joe Hanks. Hilliard now to Alasani. Alasani to Joe Hanks. Hilliard to, oh, that didn't work out. Oh, Ken, don't use the ball. Okay, Joe Hanks. Back to Mullings. To Hilliard. Oh, this is another yellow card. Yes, Donnellan has picked up another yellow card. And this is bad news for them. They've picked up, and it's a red. Yes. Oh, they've taken Levi Lomeko off as well. He's a dangerous player, and they've taken on one of the more dangerous players, and they've left. Okay. They've left their left flank with only one fullback, and I'm going to keep on playing. I don't want to make any more changes. Berkeley to Hanks. Hanks to Alasani. Alasani, you got Thomas out there. Thomas. No, Thomas. There's something called cross the ball, you idiot. Raymond to Guthridge. Guthridge now. Back to Raymond. Raymond plays it. Mullings reads that. Finds Berkeley. This could be the start of a beautiful relationship with this tactic. Hanks to Hilliard. It's enough. Dag and Red have managed to spoil our party. We were a bit unlucky, but we managed to come back twice. Yeah, it was a great effort. I'm proud of the boys. They played quite well actually. This game was they actually got the lead twice, and we had to come back. So tactically, we made some changes in this match. We switched to a 3-4-1-2 with slight changes to this role once in a while. I'm gonna do this, probably try this out for future matches, but I still want to play a 4-4-2 and a 4-4-1-1 eventually. So the only reason why I'm using this is because I actually have a few strikers I need to get out and get them to play. In terms of training, well, we're still on balance training. There's no point worrying about anything because scheduling, you can't do anything with scheduling, so might as well stay on balance. As far as the general squad performance is going, the squad as a whole is having a blip in form, so I have to focus on them a lot more in some of the games that we play. So that's been it. We've done okay. Just made one major change in the game to force our way back because I was not getting any bite in this zone of the pitch, which is the reason why I actually switched this. If you watch the game again, you'll notice that my control of the final third wasn't very good. The moment we had one player at that position, we started generating more shots on goal. So sometimes you need to do that. You need to observe how you're playing in a match, and you might need to make a change here or a change there just to get a result. And we did that. I didn't go away with a defeat. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the LLM Diaries. It's been an interesting change. I actually changed the tactic in a match because I couldn't control the final third. That's a new thing. I haven't done very much of that, and I haven't done these 3-4-1-2s and 4-4-1-1s, which I plan to do more of in the future. So I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. You can find me at addictedtofm.com, or you can look me up on Twitter at BusterNet. If you have any questions, you can also drop me a note here on the YouTube channel and let me know how you want me to help you. In the meantime, you take care, and I'll catch up again with you guys soon. Bye-bye.